I don't know what I'm saying here, and these are just words coming out of the mouth, coming from my heart. You know, the 9 to 5 system really bashes the creativity and the energy out of us. Just think about it, right? Let's say you work 40 hours, right? The first day you're resting, Saturday you're resting, Sunday you're replenishing your energy, you're getting ready. And by the time you feel like you're ready and energized, you've got to go back to work again. And the thing is, we have to find a sustainable and viable way for us to do what we enjoy, do what which creatively allows us to express ourselves, make a difference to the world, and making the world a better place. But the system, the way it's geared, is not easy. It's not easy at all, because you have nothing left to give because you've worked so hard for 40 hours, right? So what do you do? And how do you overcome this big problem? And I think that the only way really is to do certain things that you enjoy. Those are the only two things that I can think about, is doing something you enjoy. And I'd say one main thing is doing something that you enjoy. Sorry, I can't get my words out properly because I just had an interview. So for me, for the last 4 weeks, I have just had this real joy in cooking and baking. And it really lights my heart every single time I make, because there is no outcome, there is no expectation, there is only me and my creation and what I create. And the feedback cooking and baking does is great. So let's say you decide to make, I don't know, a curry, okay? Now, after making the curry, you make it and you think, this is okay, but I feel like it lacked in salt or lacked in a few spices. Great. So now you've got the feedback. So the next time when you do make a curry, you know that it's going to be better than the first time you made it. And that's the joy, and that's the pleasure that you get when you create something, you know, because there are no expectations or outcomes. It's only to please yourself. If you do something only to please you, you've got no one else to please, all of a sudden things feel okay. Whereas if you have this expectation that I'm going to create something and it's going to make everyone else happy in the inside, then my friend, you're living on the wrong expectation. You do this for you do this for your own joy, okay? If this is the only thing that you do it for you, then it's worth it. It's a worthwhile endeavor. I'll give you an example. I love brownies, okay? Now, unfortunately, due to my pre-diabetic condition, I cannot eat too many sweet things because it's going to raise my blood sugar and, of course, get to diabetes type 2, which I don't want. So I've been crafting every single week and making, I should say, brownies. And the first lot was terrible. The second lot was less terrible, but it was still terrible. But every time I was making it, guess what? It got better. And when I'm talking about brownies, I'm talking about like, I know it sounds a bit weird, but low sugar brownies. But it tasted great. My eldest son said, you know, he tried my first batch. You know, the rubbish one I was talking about, the rubbish batch. He tried that and he said he didn't like it. But when I made this recent batch, he loved it. He said, what did he say? He said it was spectacular or something like that. And I was like, wow, this is the feedback that I love. Like, you know, I did this primarily for me. I didn't do this for Zaid. I didn't do it for anyone else. I did this for me because it gave me pleasure, right? But the result was that as I was making it and as I was getting better, my son liked it, which was like a byproduct. But deep down, I did want him to really like it as well. Like, that was one of my aims. Well, one of my secondary aims, if you like. But my first one was to give myself joy and that pleasure of creating something. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So my friends, I know you're probably stuck in your 9 to 5, and I'm not going to give you this super duper solution and telling you that, oh, you need to follow this guru or you need to follow this system and you're going to be all of a sudden super rich. I can't do that for you. I've tried that for the last 10 years, you know, and I haven't really produced great results. Sorry guys, that was my child. He wanted to go to the loo, have a number 2. Sorry, give me too much information there. So yeah, I'm not going to give you any secret formula. All I can say is that when you get involved in the process of creation and doing something that gives you some kind of joy, it makes life a lot more easier. At least when you get to your very last shift of your week, your Friday, and you're like thinking, right, I can't wait until the weekend because I'm going to be making this. That makes life so much more pleasurable, right? Doing something that you enjoy. Sorry, my son's calling me, so I'm going to have to go out and help him in a second. But all I suggest is going out and doing something that gives you some kind of pleasure and joy with no particular outcome that it needs to be excellent. You're doing this for you. You're doing this primarily for you. And watch, your creations will get better and better and better. All right, guys. Love you guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.